Hi guys, this is Snow. Last time we changed how we draw entities and fixed the render order bug. So now all the NPCs and objects are rendered correctly. In this video, we will implement monsters and handle monster collision, so player receive damage when he touches them. Okay, let's start. First, inside of this res folder, we create a new package. And I'm gonna name this monster. And I created these slime images, and I only created 2 images, down 1 and down 2. And I'm gonna use these 2 images for all directions. So let's copy these to this monster package. Then inside of this source folder, create another package. And this also monster. And inside of this monster package, create a new class. So it's monster, so mon green slime. And this class also extends entity. Okay, then it asks you to add the constructor with this game panel, so let's do this. So yeah, good thing Eclipse automatically do this for us. This is the constructor, and we're gonna pass this GP to its superclass entity. Alright, and in this constructor, first we set the name of this monster, so green slime. Then we set speed, and since it's a slime, so it's pretty slow, so I'm gonna set 1. And then max life, so any number is fine, but I'm gonna set 4 for this. And life equal max life. Then set solid area for this, because slime is relatively smaller than other NPCs, so I want to set a specific solid area. So solid area x equals 3, solid area dot y equal 18, solid area dot width equal 48 minus 6, so 42. Solid area dot height equal 30. And the default x equal okay. Then create the get image method. Public void get image. So here we're gonna load and scale slime images. So first one, up 1 equal setup monster green slime down 1. And up 2 is down 2. So as I said, I'm gonna use this down 1 and 2 for all direction. Okay, so down, left, left, right, right. Okay, something like this. And we're gonna also add set action method. Public void set action. So we can set the behavior of this monster. And for now, okay, we're gonna just borrow this very simple AI from this old man. So just copy and paste here. So it's a very simple AI. It randomly picks up one of these directions. And let's not forget to call this getImage from the constructor. So this class is okay for now. So let's go to this game panel. So inside of this game panel, we're gonna create a monster array. So this is also entity monster equal new entity, maybe 20 or something. This is the number of monsters that we can display at the same time. So this doesn't mean the total monster number we can create. You know, when a monster died, then we can replace them. So okay, then go to asset setter and create another method. So by the way, we don't need these doors and 5 old men anymore. So this was just for testing. So let's remove this. Yeah, no need. And here we're gonna create a method, public void set monster. And okay, so first gp.monster 0 equal new mon green slime gp okay. So the position is, so I want to display some monsters around here. So tile size times 23. Y is 36 or something. So like 2 slimes. So 37. And then from this game panel, we're gonna call that method. So here, set monster. So we have placed 2 slimes on the map. So now we take care of their update and draw. So first, this update method. Yeah, just like we did for this NPC. For int I equals 0, I monster dot length I plus plus, and if monster I not equal null, then monster I dot update. Okay. Then this paint component. So first we add monsters to this entity list. So probably we can copy and paste and change to monster. That's it. Then yeah, this entity list is gonna draw those monsters too. Okay, let's check. Okay, yeah. So now we have 2 green slimes. But you know, as you can see, no collision is happening yet. So let's implement that as well. Go to this player class and okay, here check monster collision int monster index equal gp dot c collision checker dot check entity and this time not npc, but we're gonna send monster array. So this way it's gonna detect the monster collision, and then in this entity, okay, here we add two lines, gp.c checker dot check entity this gp.npc and okay gp.c checker.check entity this gp.monster. And right now this entity's update method is shared by NPCs and monsters. So collision happens between monsters and NPCs, but this still doesn't work well because, you know, since we are passing these arrays, so they include themselves as a potential target. So for example, if the old man checks NPC collision, it includes himself as a target. So collision happens all the time, and basically he cannot move at all. So we need to remove this class from the target list. So open this collision checker, and okay, inside of this check entity. And by the way, I realized something. We don't really need to type this intersects if statement for every case, up, down, left, right. Actually, we only need to type this once. We can just move this to outside of switch statement. Like this. And maybe I can change the format like this. This looks better, I think. Wait, I don't need this, right? I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need it. Yeah, something like this. And I think we can do the same for this check object too. So I think these are identical, right? Wait, why break is here? Not here, it's here. Yeah, I think these are identical. So let's copy and paste here outside of switch statement and delete these. So we only need to type once. Yeah, like this. Okay, and move like this. Okay. And yeah, sorry about that. And what was it? Yeah, and so to remove itself as a potential target, we just need to add one condition here. If target I not equal entity, then collision is true. So if intersected target is equal to this entity, then collision doesn't happen. So this way we can avoid this entity includes itself as a collision target. Okay, I think we are ready for testing. And to make this testing easier, I'm gonna put everyone in this room. So let me do that real quick. And okay, let's change the player's starting position too. Okay, let's check. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Okay, good. So now collision is happening between all entities. Ooh. I cannot move. Yeah. Good. Okay, so let's add the code. So when player touches a monster, he receives some damage. Okay, so in this player class, so here, so using this monster index, we call a method like contact monster or something. So pass monster index. And we're gonna create this method. So public void contact monster get index. And this is also check if I not equal 999. And so this means player touches a monster. So for now, let's decrease his life -1. So this is just for testing. We will do more accurate calculation later once we implemented more stats such as attack, defense, and player equipment, stuff like that. And let me reset the location. Reset the location. Right. Okay, let's check. Alright, let's touch the slime. Ooh, did you see that? Let me recover my life. Okay, let's touch the slime again. Ooh. Yeah, so this is what happens now. So when player touches the slime, he quickly loses his life. Also, he was supposed to receive only 1 damage. That's because this update method gets called 60 times per second. So which means as long as this monster collision is happening, then this method also gets called again and again and again, and the player receives 1 damage again and again and again. So that's why he lost his life very quickly. So to avoid this, we are gonna create an invincible time. So when player receives damage, he becomes invincible for a while. So in this entity, we create some variables. First one is public boolean invincible. Default is false. So create int invincible counter. Then inside of this player class, we add if invincible equal false, then player receives damage, and then we change this state true. So player becomes invincible, right? And so player receives damage only when he is not invincible. Then, okay, inside of this update, we add an if statement and make sure to place it outside of this key if statement. So the counter increase even when player is not moving. So yeah, somewhere around here. This needs to be outside of key if statement. if invincible equal true, invincible counter plus plus, and okay, so we're gonna set the period invincible counter like 1 second, so 60 frame, then invincible equal false, and invincible counter, we reset the counter. Yeah, so basically this is it, but to see it clearly, we're gonna add this debug text somewhere around here. Debug. Okay, first is set font. We're gonna use Arial font dot plain dot 26 or something. Okay, import. Okay, color dot white, and draw string, and we're gonna draw invincible counter here, so on the screen, invincible counter somewhere, I don't know, on the left side of the screen, something like this. Okay, so let's check. Okay, yeah, now we have this counter. Let's hit the slime. Right. So now he becomes invincible when he receives damage, so he doesn't lose his life so quickly like before. But right now he only receives damage when he touches a monster, and don't receive any damage when a monster touches him. So we implement the opposite too. So inside the entity, we can use this check player, but the problem is this check player is used by both NPC and monster, and we don't want to give damage when an NPC touches player. So we need to know if this class is NPC or monster. So to check that, we add another variable. Okay, public int type. So we can set type like, yeah, so for example 0 is player, and 1 is NPC, and 2 is monster, or something like that. And for now, I think there is no situation to use 0 and 1. So we only need to set this 2 to this green slime type. So we set this entity's type, and then go to the collision checker, and okay, we're gonna edit this check player a little bit. So this method is void because until now this was only used by NPC, but now we change this to boolean. Then create a boolean contact player equal false, and when this, wait a minute, I think this is also, yeah, I think these are also identical. So yeah, let's move this here. So like this. Yeah, okay. And so when this entity intersects player, we're gonna change this to true. And finally, we return this contact player. And here, where is it? Yeah, check player. So we're gonna receive the result as a boolean. So contact player equal, yeah, check player. And then if this dot type equal to, and contact player equal true. So if this class is monster and the contacted player, we give some damage. But first we check if player is in invincible state or not. So if gp.player.invincible equal false, then yeah, we can give damage. So gp.player.life -1 for now, and then player becomes invincible equal true. Yeah, like this. Okay, let's check. Okay, yeah, come on, attack me. Okay. Okay, looks good. So player receive damage when a monster touches him. So it's working good, but we can add a little more touch. So right now, without this debug counter, it's kind of hard to say if player is invincible state or not. So let's add some visual effect so we can see it without the counter. So first, let's disable this debug text. So here in the draw method, we create some conditions. If invincible equal true. Oh, so what we're gonna do is we make player character half transparent when he is invincible. And to do that, we type like this: g2.set composite alpha composite dot get instance alpha composite dot source over that like 0.3f. So this way we can set the opacity level of this graphics 2D. So this time we set this 0.3. So whatever this graphics 2D is gonna draw, they will be like a 70% transparent. So here, so this graphics 2D is gonna draw the image with this 0.3 opacity, and make sure to reset the opacity level after drawing player. So reset alpha, and okay, let's copy and paste. And so we're gonna reset to the normal. If we don't reset this, then this graphics 2D keeps drawing stuff with this 0.3 alpha setting. So like all the UI text also become half transparent. So yeah, this is necessary. Let's check this. Okay, let's go. Yeah, like this. Working good. So now we can visually recognize if player's invincible state is over or not. I think that's about it this time. Right now we are only receiving damage, so next time we will handle player attack, so we can fight back to these monsters. Thanks for watching, and until next time.